Yo, what's good, everybody? This is my first video dealing with DoorDash. I know I look a mess, but here's the thing. All the content creators out there within this gig community, I need y'all kind of to come together and on the same platform to help other drivers out. I literally spoke to UDM and I called his number because I didn't believe that was his number, but he answered and we had a real good conversation. But Pedro, DoorDash Dad, Bentley Coupe, Tanner, Paid to Drive, y'all put out some good content for the people. We all learn from y'all's content. Everybody has a different perspective. Everybody has a different way. But when I spoke to UDM, it was a real good conversation, simply because we had a conversation. Now I don't care if you like Bentley Coupe has 80,000, DoorDash Dad has I think 9,000, UDM has 8,000. But the most important part is for the gig community to come together, because sometimes the pay is not worth the time. The miles, the maintenance on your car, it doesn't add up. But if you multi-app, like I'm just on DoorDash. Me personally, I'm just on DoorDash because that's the only thing that I can actually do. But at the same time, what I want the gig community to know is we all have to come together to a common goal. All of us are not going to respect each other's opinion. We're not. Everybody has a different perspective. But at the same time, these companies have to realize if nobody's delivering, if nobody's picking up the food, and I've talked to many customers that said I ordered my food an hour and 30 minutes ago. On that one, I would say like that's crazy, because as a customer, I just go pick up my own food. And I've heard Tanner say like, no, actually Tanner and Paid to Drive, like, only do this, only do that, only do this. But like Paid to Drive said, every market is different. You have to do what works for you and adjust and adapt to your market. Because some markets, my market is good. I only do dinner, and I'm in the Myrtle Beach market, and it's a lot of no tips. It's a lot of no tips. I went from a 70% acceptance rate to 35 in less than 2 days. But DoorDash, you have to stop sending these drivers so many miles simply because it's out the market. Then they have to drive back, so nobody's adding up the round trips. I have Everlands, and in the end game, Bentley Coupe was correct. You can write these miles off. Maintenance, you can write these miles all off. But at the same time, $3.50 for 17 miles makes no sense at all. DoorDash platform itself, I know for a fact in my market there are like 4 or 5 Wendy's in, say, like a 6 mile stretch. And I'm not saying it's fault of DoorDash, but at least put on your platform, DoorDash, the restaurants that are closer to the customer, so they don't be ordering fast food from 6, 7, 8 miles away. Makes absolutely no damn sense. For UDM, I appreciate the conversation. I really actually do. But this gig economy is crazy. If you don't have any other income, like I do this part-time. I do it part-time, me personally, because I have other sources of income. But the thing of it is, like when we had our conversation, you multi-app. Some people can't multi-app. I can't multi-app at all because like my anxiety, PTSD, and everything else is off the charts. For DoorDash Dad, I appreciate your content, because people say you're yelling or getting mad all the time. No, you're not. It's just simple frustration at the stuff that's going on versus what it used to be. Paid to drive, every time I click on your video, it's doom and gloom. Bentley Coupe. I started watching your videos when I started DoorDashing again, because I've been doing this since 2019 too. But after a while, my market was garbage, so I was like, forget it. Tanner, your videos, they flip-flop. I ain't gonna lie, they flip-flop. But you put out good information too, simply because you put your time and effort into teaching other things. I'm forgetting 2 other ones. I can't remember. More something other. His content is good. But all I'm saying is everybody needs to come together. I don't care if it's on a Zoom call, or whatever. But UDM was the first content creator that I actually spoke to and actually had a conversation with. And that's kind of important, because most of us, we're just regular people. Depends on your market. I hear this all the time. But no matter what, we still have to make money. We still have to deliver food. Customer service is first and foremost. But some of these orders are ridiculous for the amount of pay. And I'm not trying to ride off the backs of these guys, but at the same time, what they're saying is absolutely true. These are my thoughts. Just my thoughts. But at the same time, like, you got to go, is this order good for me? Does this order make sense? Does this order put me back where I'm supposed to be at? And a lot of times, no, it won't. You know what I'm saying? This, like I said, I don't have a microphone set up and all this great shit. This is my thoughts. As a veteran with PTSD and everything else, this gives me something to do. And it puts me back in the community where I feel like I'm doing something. Not one content creator, I don't think, has ever served. And it's real tough. It is really, really tough. And I've cussed out DoorDash customer service like maybe 4 or 5 times, dealing with the red card, dealing with this, dealing with that. And some of this stuff ain't really worth it. I mean, most of the YouTube creators, content creators, are getting paid X amount of dollars or whatever. That ain't my concern. My concern is getting a regular voice out to the people, just to say sometimes you got to stay patient. Sometimes you literally have to stay patient and wait. And if it's going super slow, take your ass home. Me personally, like I said, I can't multi-app, but at the same time, I'm not going to be taking out my zone. Well, actually I have. No, I lied. I've been taking out my zone several times and then switch. Because where I'm at, I'll end the dash, sit in the parking lot for a second, switch my zone, and then pick up orders on the way, and then end dash, and then resume where I was at. But a lot of times, I'm not gonna sit in no parking lot with my car running. Like Wendy's is the worst place I've ever. Wendy's and Cracker Barrel. Sometimes it's not the fault of the driver, because with this pandemic, I'll tie the bag up and then put it in my hot bag or whatever, then deliver it to the customer. I've been on some deliveries where customers called and said, like literally, we don't have the rest of our order. I'll text them back, I'm on another order, but if it's close proximity, I'll drive back and get the rest of their order. Like Cracker Barrel is bad about that. As far as the low paying offers, they add up. Like I told Pedro, like I put on his comments or whatever. Sometimes these low orders, when it's slow, they add up. I'm not looking for a unicorn order. I'm not looking for a $20 payout. But DoorDash, y'all got to get better. Y'all got to get better, because I don't think I can use my red card to get new tires. I don't think I can get gas out the red card. Nobody's talked about that. What else? That's pretty much all that's all I got for right now. But in the ghost restaurants, at least DoorDash, do me a favor. If it's a ghost restaurant, tell the actual main restaurant, or at least give the name of the restaurant where the ghost kitchen is in. Because that shit is annoying as hell. I don't care if it's a $5.50 payout for peak pay. If I don't know where I'm going, I'm gonna unassign that order real quick. You don't have to be top dash to make money. I never schedule. Whenever I feel like it, man, I just hit dash now. If the orders ain't popping, that's what I do. I take my ass home. Dashers that do it full time, that's a different story. But the doom and gloom and the bullshit that's going on in the gig community, and everybody's at everybody's throats, man, y'all got to stop. Because, see, the companies can see this, and they profit no matter what. No matter what happens, they profit. Shit, I own stock in DoorDash. And it goes up and down, up and down. And it's crazy as hell. I own stock in Nike. I own a couple of stocks, but I I have the flexibility to do it. Not everybody else does. But I want everybody to have a great day, drive safe, and let's pray that the customers tip. If they don't tip, well, when, sometimes remember these addresses or whatever, and just don't accept the order. But like I said, y'all drive safe and have a good morning.